so excited.
It's time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielson, Matt Kassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gage.
It's 12:05. Hernan Salas just told us our marks are live, and he also told us that No Country for Old Men is the only movie in history with no music.
I didn't say history.
Yeah, I didn't know that. The only movie ever.
I said I didn't know if it was the only movie, but it's it doesn't have a lot of music in it or none.
But it can't be the only movie.
That's what I've been told. I'm reading the book right now. I'm going to watch the movie after.
Are you reading the book to music?
Isn't the book a tough read? Like, isn't there no punctuation?
No, but seriously.
Cass is saying, is the book a tough read? He said there's no punctuation.
It is a tough read. Yeah, very tough read. Extremely.
But the guy who wrote it's an idiot? Or why would there be no punctuation?
But he writes it in terms
no
of how the guys
punctuation.
would actually, talk.
Like in your brain, yeah.
Are there periods in it?
Yeah, but it's not your traditional book, right? Like it's a hard read. You gotta 20 pages in, you're like, ooh, I gotta get used to this.
Is it like Game of Thrones books?
I've never read Game of Thrones.
Very different.
So
Cass, you read both?
I've read snippets of the No Country for Old Men.
Okay.
I've read up to a certain point with Game of Thrones, and then if anyone is familiar with it or they watch the show, which I actually haven't even watched all the shows, but I hit the Red Wedding. And I threw the book across the room, and I haven't read the series since because it turned into, from a writing standpoint, it went from, having people die that impacted the story to something completely outright senseless. Was like you're just trying to make the readers upset, and I'm like, it's just kind of it. So it went from being like having people. Basically from being like a gritty book series where your characters that you care about, actually something might happen to them, to just being something so completely utterly senseless where I was just like, it went from being interesting writing to just being completely ridiculous. And it lost all interest in the rest of the series. So I haven't picked it up since. And
this is the exact reason I don't read.
I read the first one, and then I wanted to read all the rest before the shows because I remember my wife wanted to watch, and then I had them all saved on the PVR for a couple years. Like I didn't even watch any, but then I caved and I just watched the series.
I watched the entire series 3 times over.
Stupid question though, but have you seen Dusty? Have you seen No Country for Old Men?
No, I haven't.
Shocking.
That's a great movie.
Well, why shocking?
Why shocking?
Is it a murder mystery?
Well,
no,
I feel like it's like an action movie.
It's a very
I think I would like that.
It's a violent.
Yeah. It's
cops and robbers kind of thing.
It's kind of like a mini.
Can you watch it over the
Breaking Bad.
weekend and say and tell me how many times it has music in it?
Man, I really don't think I'll have time to do that.
It's
No,
very
that's
good.
what I've heard.
Great-
And I just Googled it. Yeah, it's a film made, and it was obviously.
Well, somebody said Castaway, there's no music because you want to feel lonely on the island.
That's what they go with in that movie too. Like it was a fantastic film. The book, like No Country for Old Men, is a fantastic.
It won
great bad
awards
guy.
and stuff, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, and rightfully so.
hard
Like
damage,
great bad guy. It's like a spiral.
Yeah, he's a evil. Like, did he win an Academy Award for that role?
Bardem, he may. I know.
Let's
he was
just
up
pretend he
for
did.
it.
He was good.
Yeah.
He was good. Just a ruthless, like cold. But it's like the evil that doesn't think they're evil. Like no one that's that type of bad guy, which are the best ones, right? Like where it's like because most people that are evil believe they're justified. Like their actions are okay. What they're doing is fine. And he just is ruthless and cold and unemotional as possible. Like it was fantastic. And yeah, I don't think there's music in it, but it's using silence to build tension. And it's like a spiral of depravity to a certain amount of ways. So I thought it was a fantastic.
He's a great
movie.
bad guy. He's a great bad guy in that one. Skyfall, he's a great bad guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever seen The Gunman with Sean Penn.
I did not. But I like Sean Penn.
It's a great movie.
Really?
I didn't know Sean Penn was so cool because
He's been cool his whole life,
I
hasn't
know,
he?
but he's actually Spicoli. Because the beginning of the show,
Like in real life, he's like Spicoli.
well, no, I you know how in movies they have scenes and you go, oh, okay, well that's a stunt guy
Yeah.
or whatever. They show him and he's like special ops in Southern Africa, and they show him go off and he's running, and a guy's running in the distance, and he's got a surfboard and he's just jacked. And then they show a guy surfing, and then they kind of zoom in, and I'm like, holy crap, that's Sean Penn. So he's actually surfing.
Well, they
and
could have had
ripping
a
it.
surf double.
No,
and
I
just,
looked it
to
up.
show- oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah, it's him.
Wow.
And he's jacked and he's good. Like he's cutting back on the waves and stuff. And
Really?
I'm like, he's Spicoli.
Trying to find a tube.
Yeah.
Castaway does have music, according to
What?
many nasties. Because remember when they find him, there's music.
Oh, there
on
is
the
that.
island, there's
Yeah.
probably no
There's-
music.
Yeah, but there's no music when he's by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so they use it, it's used as a tool to create a feeling of isolation.
I wonder if they
Like, that's
used.
what- that's what
Do you
musical
think they
scores
used
are. It's
music
like it's a tool.
when Franco was stuck down that gully in 127 hours? Remember, he's down there, he's cutting his hand off.
Oh, yeah.
Probably wouldn't
I
have
can't
music
remember.
playing there. That'd be weird.
Maybe the Oilers should have music on the bench
Well,
because they feel isolated and alone.
isolated and alone.
Anyway, I'm glad you're reading that book, Hernan.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, the last book I read was like a LeBron one 10 years ago. And that's it. I don't know. It's not, I mean, I am busy, but I guess I also don't like just sitting down and reading novels and stuff.
I'm reading Dune again. Well, I read it when I was really little.
Great.
You'll reread a book?
Well, I read it when I was like 8. And
Gager, that movie just came out like 10 years ago.
no, that movie came out decades ago, actually.
Oh, yeah. It was a remake now, right? Yeah. Oh. Totally forgot about that.
One of the best sci-fi books of all time. That is a fantastic. The first 2 books in that series are fantastic, and then it falls off pretty hard. But
Yeah, that's because the son takes over, isn't it? And he's
Atreides takes over, and then it just kind of
no, the son. What's it, J.J. Habert or whatever? His son started writing them.
Yeah, is that in book 3? I didn't realize his son started reading book 3 already.
That's all I looked up.
Yeah, I wasn't sure that. I just know that they fall off dramatically after book 2.
My reading probably peaked when I read Jurassic Park, the book.
That was a good one.
I was in junior high school, and I loved it. I was like, this is an amazing book.
I think I read the
Crichton's got a
first
couple
2.
really good ones.
Yeah, the second
first
one was
2 are really
good too.
'cause-
The second, I don't say that's very often, but the second book was better than the movie.
Way better, because
Way
wasn't
better
that
than
the
movie.
one where it was the island where they all roamed free?
There was
right?
so much more going on in that
Yeah.
book than what they did in the Lost World. I was, yeah. Look at us, book conversation.
Meet you guys at the library.
Looks like
after
we
this.
got a book club. The 2 guys at the Goalie Book Club. You guys, here's how it'll work. You guys read the book. I'll watch the movie, and then we can compare notes. That might be pretty good. All right, we done having fun. Should we talk about this hockey team now, or yeah? Should we do that?
I don't know if I want to, guys. Can we just talk about things that are happy? Jeez.
No, Cass, that's not how it works around here.
We could talk about it.
I got,
what makes me happy is putting the pressure on Dusty to see. If
Oh God, dude, you got to stop it. So Cass, we're having like a client mixer tonight. If you want to swing by, I know you're probably busy, but so we're having this client mixer tonight, and I mean, I should have done a better job of tracking how many people are coming. I'll just be honest with you guys.
Well, you'd think.
Well, I get an email, and then I'm like, oh, that's good. They're coming.
Didn't we
And
give
then I
you
sort of remember-
websites? We gave
What do
you
you mean,
websites.
website for what?
To put in how many people are coming and what
Pizza
you need to
calculator.
buy.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll be fine. So, like, we're gonna have probably. I'm thinking somewhere between 30 to 40 people. All right, we got booze on ice over there. We got 6 o'clock lagers on ice. We got a bunch of water. We got a bunch of chips. We've got a massive meat tray from Italian Center that's coming. We've got the massive, a big cheese tray. Erin, who helps us out with a bunch of stuff around the office, she ordered that for me actually yesterday. She's like, "Do you need anything?" I said, "You think you could order these food trays?" I don't know. I might screw it up. So then she ordered a bunch of extra bread and like mayo and all these spreads and stuff so people can have the sandwiches if they wish. And then we have 10 Boston Pizza large pizzas coming as well. So like this should be.
There's
Dusty,
two
I gotta
gentlemen we
say,
have to keep an eye on.
Wait a sec, just a second now. So what are you going to say, Cass?
What am I going to say?
I don't need the stress right now, buddy.
I'm going to say I would have, because in my head, like
We'd have a dozen
we're going
pizzas?
through the number of people, I would have went, it depends on how much, like on the veggie trays and that sort of thing, it depends on how much those have. I probably would have went for 14 or 15 larges.
What? No way.
But if you have 40 people,
I don't know. Like in my mind, I'm trying to add it up in my mind. Somewhere between 30 and 40 people. I don't think we'll have more than 40 people here, and we could probably have just over 30.
So that's half a large each, which is probably more than you need if you have 30 people, but you may have more. So it's like if you cap out at 40 people and you have 15 larges, it's like a little under half a pizza each, plus the rest.
But we have the whole meat and cheese trays. And
I know,
the buns
and meat and cheese
everything,
trays, and I get that. Like, and that's, and I'm an over food guy, which like where I would way rather have way too much food than not enough. But you should be okay. Don't worry.
I'm going to mark down everybody who's coming right now, and we're going to add it up as we work our way through the show. I'm going right back into this email.
How many slices like per people should you always plan for? Is it 3?
I think
I go
so.
for 4.
Yeah.
It's probably
but
3.
I
I
go
usually
4,
plan for
like
4.
4 just in case.
yeah.
Yeah,
so
just in
4
case.
per people, Dusty. Do the math.
Yeah. And there's normally 8 is
See, so-
pizza.
yeah.
Now,
Well, Cube and
like,
Benny's
those
probably
are your full
8.
size.
Not tonight. Oh God. As I open up my email, I get an email from somebody else. It says if it's not too late to RSVP, we'll be there. Oh no!
Tell him no.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to say, sorry, dude. It's too late.
Will you be eating?
Yeah. I said,
Are you going to eat before?
I'm just curious. How many slices of pizza do you regularly eat? Damn it. And then Jordan from Play Alberta texted me today. He's like, hey, I'm going to come with Matt McPhee. I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Play Alberta can basically do whatever they want here. They're a
Yeah,
title sponsor,
yeah.
but well, I'm going to reply. I'm going to say, sounds great. See you then. All right. I'm
Maybe
texting
drop
Curtis
in
right now
before
if he eats and be
say,
like,
eat before you come.
no,
Say, eat before you
I'm
come.
just up in the pizza order. I'm going to tell him, can I get a couple more? Where is he here?
You always want
Damn it.
more. You always want left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because then you can always send it home with people too and be like, hey, like feel free to take this
No
home.
way.
Like,
That
that's a
pizza
good
is
feeling,
staying
too.
here in the fridge.
I already
These
threw
guys
some
are going to
stuff
eat
out.
it for days.
I already threw some stuff out in the fridge to make room for the possibility of extra. That's good. So good. I'm sure we'll be just fine, Dusty. But I just like seeing you sweat a little bit.
I'm taking. Now it's going to be a dozen pizzas. Okay, and one of them is veggie. The other ones are all like,
Oh, okay.
right, right. One veggie is that
One
enough?
veggie's fine. Yeah. You know.
I got. So here's what we have. We have 4 meteors.
Did you
4
get-
Great White Norths, 4 pepperonis.
You didn't get the stinger?
Oh no, I want the bigger ones. Those ones are a little bit.
They still came in the
Do they
circle.
come in a bit? Gager, just let me order the damn pizza. Like, my God.
Don't listen to me.
So that, what did I say? That was 10. That's 12. Cass, could I push the button on 12? Think 12's enough? Think about it. There's 36 people here. That's
Yeah.
Cass,
I
what are
think
you and the
that's
girls
good.
doing tonight?
Yeah, I have no idea. You know what? This is like the last 2 weeks with this Eastern swing for the Oilers. It's been like just trying to keep everything straight. Like who's going
Yeah.
who, where, who's taking who with the kids and all that has been nuts. So I don't even know. It's like I will show up at home after work and I don't know. I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, in our house. It'll be go here, do this, because I can't keep anything straight at this moment.
Hernan, if whoever walked up the stairs is here for the party, tell them to leave. we don't have enough pizza for them. Whoever just walked up the stairs in this building. All right. Should I say 3 more pizzas? That'd be 13 pizzas for like
I think that's good.
30
that's
people,
good.
34 people.
I think that's good.
12's good.
I think we're good.
'Kay.
If it gets to the point where it looks like it did for our staff meeting, I'll rip over there. Okay.
Yeah,
We always
I
ordered
mean,
a little
I'll
too more.
run to
Yeah.
Fife and Deckel and just buy a bunch of sandwiches. Might have to get more chips though. I mean, see how snacky people are. I don't know. Okay, anyway. That's what Gage, like I've been trying to stay pretty calm and cool today, but Gager walks over and goes, man, I hope we have enough food tonight. And then it's just, I'm off the rails. And I open up my email. I got more people being like, hey, I'm going to come tonight. Like,
I love the mind grenades.
aha. Yeah. Done and done. All right. So there we go. We're up to 12 pizzas.
Okay, good.
That's got to be enough.
How many
Also,
slices per large pizza?
my direct energy bill is past due. I got to pay that too.
Is it 8 or 10?
On a large from BP's, I think it's 10.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's 120 slices. If you have 30 people at
That's 4 slices a
3
person.
slices, that's about over 100. Yeah.
30,
I think that's
30 people at 3 slices is 90.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said 36.
Well, I guess I'd have to add up the number. Hernan, you come
108.
sit here. You do 2 guys and a goalie. I'm going to add up our attendance at this party. Thank God Lieutenant Eric has to go to Century Casino tonight.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's one less mouth to feed right here. All right, so how about those Oilers last night? Hey, Gager, let's get your thoughts just on the game. Like they were kind of around it, but they never really got back. You fall behind by too early. You never really officially recover. And yada, 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 another loss in regulation, this time to the Washington Capitals.
I was watching at the start. Everything looked fine. I started preparing food for my family, and I turned my back for 2 seconds, and they score. So then I watched the goal. I'm like, ugh, that's not great. And rewinding it, watching it, and this is where I got into Stuart Skinner, right? Because he did make a couple saves, or was it 2 saves that I thought were okay. It looked like he was at least a little bit more dialed in, and then you saw the body language. Turned around to get everything cut up and stuff, and then boom, I can hear the goal go off, and I look at this one, and it's just the body language of the team is awful. I just don't get and then afterwards, the response after that was just so lackluster to me, right? I mean, they hung around late, but at no point did I ever think after it was 2-0, did I thought the Edmonton Oilers would come back and win that hockey game.
See, in other years, you sort of have that feeling like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, don't worry about it.
Yeah. And part of that is there's no contribution in scoring from anywhere else, really. But it's hard to say because then you had Nurse but late in the game, you're just going with Leon and Connor, right? You're looking for them to do everything, but you actually get goals from other people throughout to get you back into it. So, I mean, Tomaszek, then you got Nurse with 2. So, again, I don't understand the Oppenheimer option all the time to get back into the game.
It's getting to the point where it's infuriating me.
And I know when you look at the stats, you look at the stat lines for these other guys, but again, this game was showing that you're getting contributions offensively from unlikely sources up to this point of the season. Why not keep trying to do something that way? I don't know.
I just realized I had 2 separate emails going. I sent an email a couple weeks ago about the party, and I sent another one last week, and I had people replying to both, and
So we have 80 people coming now?
I don't know, but now we're gonna have. Oh no! Totally.
You're like the Oilers D.
Yeah,
Complete
this is.
shambles.
Yeah, crap. They're coming. Bruce is coming.
Who's coming?
Yeah,
now?
we're gonna be closer to. Probably be closer to 40.
Okay.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Well, what time's everyone supposed to start arriving?
Like anytime around 5.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
everyone will be hungry by then.
That's good. Oh, and then Tommy and Belzy invited 3 people too.
Who'd they invite?
The Modern Measure guys,
Right.
and then one of the guys from Hudson's.
Didn't the Modern Measure guy win a hot dog eating contest?
I'm gonna
one
just tell. Just a sec. I'm gonna tell.
Jared,
Curtis.
maybe. I didn't know. Did Jared win it? I don't know if he did.
time? I think he did, didn't he?
He may have. He may have.
Let's make it 15 pizzas in total.
Cass, I was really looking forward because I watched a bit of the. I was delayed on the post game show, but I was looking forward to hear your fan voice again because that was quite prominent.
I had a lot. Yeah, I was yelling. I got my after I got off the show and I went back upstairs. My wife was sitting on the couch and she looks at me and she goes like, she's like, I had a huge missed opportunity. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I should have signed in like on the chat and started telling you to stop yelling because you were waking the kids up. And so I was like, yeah, you did. You probably should have. I said people would have went nuts. Like everyone was so fired up. I said it would have been pretty funny. You should have done it.
That would have been good.
But yeah, I mean, there was lots of fan voice. Yeah, lots of fan voice. I had a rant on analytics, which was really good. And I was just shouting. I mean, people were going nuts, and so I was, and rightfully so. They were going nuts. Like I understand the frustration. I was going nuts too. But I was responding to some of the how do you fix it things, or like people being like the solution is easy. Like there must have been 20 people in the nasty chat that were all like, well, Colorado traded 2 goalies last year. They changed 2 goalies. You can change both your goalies. And I was like, all right, okay, fine. A, this is not Colorado. B, this is not last year. C, those same 2 goalies aren't available. D, provide me an example where you could right now move for 1 goalie. Oh, well, you could trade so-and-so and get John Gibson. No,
oh man,
that's
people
not
are
happening.
still mentioning John Gibson, are they?
They were in the chat, like it's in serious, and some people facetiously were doing things like that, where there's like a trade Nurse and Skinner for Vasilevsky and Hedman. Like there were some facetious ones that were like they were kind of funny, like where you're laughing at them because they're just being ridiculous. But it did, like people are just like Here's the thing. Here's the thing on that with where people were at, where it's like they're frustrated, rightfully so. Could changing the goaltending potentially help you? Yes, but you don't have the cap space to do it. Has your goaltending been the only problem this year? No, it has not been the only problem. Did Stuart Skinner play a poor game? Yes, he absolutely did. Has Pickard been worse than Skinner this year? Yes, he has been. So there's just so many issues right now that changing your goaltending probably doesn't fix everything. May fix some things, may help a little bit, but like it isn't like changing your goaltending isn't going to make guys all of a sudden shoot the puck in the slot in the offensive zone, right? Like that's not it. It's not going to all of a sudden make guys dig in front of the offensive net to find a rebound. Like it's not the solution. So I was getting fired up because it's like, and people were just like, oh, well, you're saying you're like on the side of Bowman and all they need to do is they just need to find a way. But he just needs to find a way to make a trade. Just find a way. And I'm like, find a way to what? Like, give me a find a way realistic solution here. Like, I want to hear them. I want to hear the real solutions. Give me the real solution. Give me the real, if you put your GM hat on, realistically saying, like, again, not just hypothetical crazy trades, but realistically, either waivers, trades, guys that may actually really be available that you could trade for, moves that you can make inside of the cap that actually fit and work with the team that are real right now. Like, what could you do? There might be some things that are out there that are real that we could look at and say, okay, hey, that could actually be an option, but no one was giving any solutions. So there's all kinds of problems that were being thrown out, and there are problems, but there was no solutions. And I think that's because, guys, and I want you to chime in on this, what are the solutions? Like, how do you fix this? A team that is struggling defensively, struggling with goaltending, struggling offensively for what they should be in all areas. Like, how do you fix it?
I'm not sure anybody has the answer to that.
Oh, I do. You have to play better.
Like
it's really
that's
simple.
The thing. Let's say you go out and change the goalie, and at this point, I mean, I would say that I don't think the goaltending is helping them in any fashion, right? Like, is it hurting them more than any other aspect of their element of their team? Probably not, but it's also not covering up any blemishes they have really very often. But if you bring in another guy, like let's say Huss threw out a name today, Alex Lyon in Buffalo. Okay, that's just a different goalie. He makes $1.5 million. He's got a 907 so far this year in Buffalo. He's looked okay, whatever. That's just a name. You bring this guy in here, and Bush continues to get pushed off pucks, and Darnell Nurse continues to defend in behind his own net, and Brett Kulak does whatever the hell he's doing. It's not. I don't think that's really going to change anything, right? Like, as a team, no matter who the goalie is, whether it's Skinner, whether it's Pickard, whether it's Ingram, whether it's somebody else entirely, if you're not going to play harder and you're not going to play, probably the key, playing smarter, you're screwed anyway, right, Gage?
It would have to be an NBA-like trade to really shake things up. Because one player isn't going to change two players I don't think can change the complexity of the Edmonton Oilers right now. They're, as a whole, the whole team is playing at a level that makes it very difficult to win hockey games at the NHL level. That's the bottom line. And there's just these little battle issues that I think drive people nuts the most. That's what was my huge area of concern, was the way that the Edmonton Oilers, when it seems like even a smaller guy too, but there's just more fight in him. He wants the puck more than whoever he's going up against, and he wins battles. The amount of battles that these guys lose throughout the game is quite astounding to me. And then the starts of games, they don't look fully into it. Yeah, they're maybe a little bit better than what it was before, but it's not good enough. Why? I don't understand why.
We've said that for 3 different coaches now.
I know.
Right? Like, that's the thing. We lost Cass. He'll be back.
He's still there, but
yeah.
I'm still here. It just does this automatically by itself.
I like hearing Cass from the darkness. There you are. He's back.
It just shuts off. I don't know why.
You're like
just
Sentry, Cass. You just get so angry and then you become the void.
Just, go berserk.
But
I'm dealing with, I was listening to you guys, but I also wasn't listening because I was dealing with some objections and things that were going on in the nasty chat where people are like, well, why wouldn't you trade for like Thompson from Washington? And it's like, well, okay, well, tell me how you can fit the 5.85 cap in. And some people are like, well, you had plenty of options. You could have done something like during the summer with the goaltending. Sure, build me a freaking time machine and let's go back and do something. And while we're at it, let's go back and retain Holloway and keep Broberg too, and pay up for those guys. And we can't time machine this. Like, we need now, today, immediate solutions. And I don't think there are any. So yeah, I'm going to get spicy again here, guys. I'm
good.
I'm feeling it. The
a
burning
couple
is
of us
there.
could be stressed right now. Waddy and Cloverdale texting. Keep your text messages coming in. We'll get to them. If you're watching over on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. And chime in on this. Waddy and Cloverdale says, guys, I've been trying to look at reasons why this team is struggling outside of goaltending and defense, and they really seem to be lacking in tempo and pace of play through a full 60. There's been a lot of road games that leads to a lack of quality practice time. I'm hopeful a lengthy homestand can rectify some of the shortcomings. Gager, your thoughts about this team finally being able to sort of settle in at home and play for a bit? Does that get them back on track?
It could. I mean, but the amount of practice time, it's still mind-boggling to me how many days off they get in the CBA and not be able to implement systems. Like, how many practices have they had all year where they could really
just a straight up
go hard like what, 1, 2, 3 what?
So it doesn't matter, because here's my question before we get into that, which I think is okay and good to talk about. What systems do they need to implement? Like, what systems do they need to implement? What systems have they changed?
Like, they should know what they're doing, right, Cass?
Sometimes,
so how do they not 20 plus games in know what they're doing? How do they not know what the system is?
Well, I think Gager's thing would be they haven't practiced enough.
Just to walk through things. Like, there's showing someone how it's a veteran group and they've been together, right? That's
what I mean. Like what? And they haven't changed things. New coaching. They haven't changed this. Like, they've changed slightly on the penalty kill, which has been better, but it will always be middling, again, based on the way that they structure the aggressiveness. It's never going to be a top penalty kill. It's going to ultimately fluctuate a little bit, but it's going to end up kind of average in the league. That's how their penalty kill is designed. And I think they're okay with that, with how good their power play is. But the flip to that is, like, what outside of that, what systems have they changed? Like, they're a little softer in the neutral zone, because they last year gave up all kinds of rush chances against. So they went and said, okay, we're going to play a little softer in the neutral zone. But that doesn't take like a genius, and doesn't take 3 weeks of practice to implement. These guys were here in training camp. They had time in training camp to run through practices, to run through the systems. You're not teaching a brand new, like, this is not teaching someone that doesn't know how to ride a bike and has never rode a bike before in their life how to ride a bike. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. You are not. So I like, can the practice time help? Well, sure. Yeah. Yes. Because you can get some more reps in. Maybe that helps with your confidence, and maybe that helps with your execution, which has been horrible. So yes, the practice time is important, but they can't, like, it's not going to help with the systems. It doesn't help with the systems. It can help with your touch, which maybe their defensemen need. So sure, the extra practice time could help, but I hear the system saying, and sorry, Gage, and I'm not upset with you. I know the anger's coming out my voice.
Sounds
because
a little
I'm
upset with
frustrated.
you, Gager.
No, I'm not obsessed with Gager.
I know, Cass. I know.
I'm looking at it from while I played, my view of when things were going off and I was all over the place, having practice and just refining my game and like maybe I see something on film, but then I'd always like to get out on the ice and then try it, right? Like, and like you said, Cass, then there's repetitions to get out of, maybe there's a bad habit that was forming in my game, right? And then I worked on it through practice to get out of it. That's what I'm kind of looking at. So maybe it's more on the individual side of doing these things, like not the systems at all as a whole, but where they're supposed to be on the ice, how they're supposed to read off when a guy's there. Where am I in that zones type of defense? Where should I be? Because it does look like a dog's breakfast at times out there.
780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. You can also hit us up over in the chat. Cass, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, the team, though, they have no confidence in their goalie, so they're going to play different. I want to know, Cass, like, when you have a goalie that you don't necessarily trust, or maybe compared to a goalie that you know is lights out and very consistent all the time, are we reading too much into it, thinking that really impacts the group, or how much?
No, it can impact it.
Does it
It
impact
absolutely
the
can
group?
impact it. It for sure can impact it. And is that impacting this situation? Very well could be. Very well could be. It absolutely can impact, and it absolutely can be. But again, we have to look at situationally. So what are they doing in the defensive zone? What are they doing in the offensive zone? So defensively, like, are they panicking around their own net?
Well, they're
That's
not even
generally what you're
around
gonna
their
say.
own net most of the time. So,
Are you doing things where you're forcing, like, to make sure? So, like, or how are you playing defensively to try to cover up for your lack of trust in the goaltending? That's where you see it. Like so it affects some areas of the ice. It's not going to affect others. Like, it's not going to affect, I'm not going to shoot this puck when I have a clean shot in the slot, and I'm going to try to pass it through three guys to the backdoor guy in the offensive zone because I'm worried about Skinner making a save. So in some areas of the ice, yes. Some areas of the ice, no. It doesn't. It's not going to affect your defensemen when the puck is on their stick, like Edmonton's stick, one of the defensemen's stick in the corner, and you have full possession, and you rim a pass up the wall to nobody. That's not because, I don't have trust in my goaltender. The trust in the goaltender stuff happens right around the net. And have there been issues there? Yes. Could that have been impacting them? Yes, absolutely. It could have been, or can be, or is impacting them, where there's not a high degree of confidence right now in the goaltending. For sure, that impacts. But to say that is the sole issue here at play is just completely erroneous, because there's just so much more in so many other areas of the ice where they haven't been excelling, where they have excelled in the past. Like, you want to tell me lack of trust in the goaltending is causing them to not get rush chances for?
Yeah.
Like no.
yeah, they don't
not.
get any rush chances.
No.
I mean, it's been
Because they don't
so
move
bad
the puck
this year.
efficiently to forwards with speed. They don't do it. And they're turning pucks over at the blue line. They're turning pucks over at the opposite blue line. Like, it's so there's so much more where this team is just not, and I don't want to say they're horrible in all the areas, but they're not excelling where they have the past couple of years. And the numbers, because this is when we should look at numbers, the numbers do back that up analytically. They back that up. They explain that this is what we're seeing. We're seeing them suck in these areas of the ice. Are they actually sucking in this area of the ice, or are we just seeing things wrong? And we look at the numbers and we go, yep, they're not doing great. Giving up more high danger chances. I mean, everything. Yeah. Blah.
I love it.
I think I was making my dog's breakfast at this point, but this morning on the show when you were talking to Bruce Boudreau, did he say something about Connor and Leon, how they looked more engaged when they went back together? Did he say something?
I don't know if I heard that today.
Okay. I thought I heard that, because I've always thought that when they're apart,
He did bring up how he might have said that.
and I found that interesting, being a former NHL coach. Where I believe he said something along the lines of, you could tell they liked to play together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's because when I watch them and they're apart, they're Connor and Leon. They're still really good players, but there seems to be an extra jump in their step when
especially in the offensive zone.
Oh gosh, yeah. Like I don't think that's healthy for a team, right? And he also you went into like these guys they want to play with skilled guys too. You know, like the pass that Connor gave Podkolzin, like that should have been a goal, right? You got to bury that chance, and it doesn't get done. Leon's body language after that wasn't great, right? But that was a pretty good setup by him to make that play and get it to a guy with a pretty wide open net. So I don't know. It's I think, well, like anything, Cass, I'm sure you've been part of it when teams are losing. The infighting sometimes rears its ugly head, and it takes a really strong-willed team to pull themselves out of that because of, when you don't like to look at everyone else, but I mean, I'm sure there's side glances to Skinner when a goal goes in, some soft defensive plays, giving the pucks up at the offensive blue line like that from the bench.
Problem is, though, is that everybody does that.
Oh, well.
Right? It's not like McDavid and Draisaitl are perfect. Like, how many times do those guys turn the puck over?
Lots.
Right?
But
nobody's played up to the standard that they should be playing up to this year. Nobody.
But when does it come to the coach saying, we can't do this anymore? We have to play a much more defensive structured, simple game because we're giving up too much. And I want everyone to play the same way. And it can't be so much different from the first line to the third or fourth line, I think, to get yourselves out of this.
This text comes in from Colin the Amishman. Gage, I want to throw this to you guys. I agree with a lot of the stuff that getting a different goalie doesn't just solve things magically. But wouldn't having a new guy between the pipes also help them realize that it's them? It's not the same, like, here we go again with Stu. It's happening with the new guy too. So here's a wake-up call we can have to smarten up?
I mean, if he comes in and sucks too, like
yeah. I mean, there is some validity to that, though.
Yeah,
but again, it's who.
They need a guy like Mike Smith to come in, like someone. And not to say that most goalies aren't like full of confidence, but he would definitely come in and think, oh, they got me now, they'll be fine. And you think that way. You go to a team that maybe not doing so well. You think you're going to be the ultimate difference maker, right? So you'll at least you'll have someone with a lot more confidence in net. And like I said, I think it's getting dangerously close to Devin Dubnyk Waters.
Yeah,
with
you are. Hey, it's getting there. Yeah,
he's a shadow of his former self when allowing a goal from even last year. I think this is really wearing on him, and he's just like that fourth goal. He is in hope mode right now. He is hoping that the puck hits him. Like, when have you seen Skinner really kind of make a save? He's just trying to get in the way of it, and hopefully it hits him at this point.
You know what? Cass, you were talking about, who's the guy? Like, everybody says, go get somebody. I think what would probably be the process here, and I'm not saying it should be the process. I'm not saying it's justified, anything of that, but I think what would probably happen here is that if this continues with these two guys and the team continues to struggle, that they probably try to get a look at Ingram, who's played 100 games in the National Hockey League. He's a guy you have in the system. He's different than the other two guys. It's not like he's playing lights out. He's only played 6 games this year. Doesn't have great numbers down there either. But I think they would get a look at that before they try to go out and get something else, right? That would give them okay, let's just see if another goaltender of some type can play here. Like, that would be the first fallback plan if they actually decide to try to do something between the pipes. Don't you think? Wouldn't you give this guy a look before doing anything?
That's probably what they'll do. Yeah. That is what you do. And you
I think he's been playing better lately than he was to start the year. But
we're trying to get some rhythm.
Yeah.
And you're probably trying to clear Pickard through waivers, depending on what you can do from a cap standpoint, if that were to be what you do. Because they're tied up against the cap. So I haven't looked at those numbers to see what it would take.
But isn't it a flip flop if Pickard goes down?
Yeah, but if he would
Well,
have to
that's
go
what I mean,
through
but you have to
waivers
get it
and
now.
worry if
You have to
somebody
get it,
would.
yeah, you
But
have to
I mean,
clear
at this
waivers.
point, what are you going to miss out on his 830 save percentage?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who's going to claim a guy that's got an 830 save
I don't.
percentage? Like that's,
yeah,
that's,
and you
that's
just.
not gonna happen.
I don't think there's a lot of injuries out there to goaltenders, right? Who's injured? Anybody? I don't think so.
Yeah. 15 pizzas.
There it is.
15 pizzas. That's got to be enough. I've upped it by 50% just since you came in today, Gage, and was like, I don't know if that's enough pizza. I'm also going to tell Maddie when he goes to Costco to get more chips as well.
I was watching a former Hab. He was doing a podcast or something. I forget what his name was, but they started. He started talking about. Look, we weren't a great team, and we were going up and they were like, oh,
Did he play with Carey Price?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he said, I've never been in a. Oh, it was Dale Weiss.
Okay, yeah.
And
Weezer.
and he goes, I've never walked into a dressing room and had someone with that type of presence around me. Like it was an aura. And you just knew that although you were completely outmatched going up against team, you were probably going to win.
You're in the fight. Like, yeah.
You were probably going to win. And on a lot of nights you did on the back of Carey Price.
Craig Button he'll be on our show tomorrow morning. If the Oilers lose tonight, Craig Button on our show tomorrow morning will be absolute fire. Like, he doesn't hold back. Anyway, I saw a quote on TSN. Craig Button describing the Oilers defense as awful, careless, and terrible. It sounds like Jackie Childs, like preposterous. Like,
Yeah.
But I was going to ask you guys, which one of those three terms do you think best describes the Oilers in the way they defend right now? Terrible, careless, or awful?
I was going to go with preposterous, but
That also works.
can I go with preposterous?
You can go with preposterous
Okay.
if you want.
All right.
I think
I'll go.
Go ahead, guys.
No, you go. You finish. Finish.
No,
Your
I was going to say Cruise FM probably wants the Oilers to lose, so it'll bump their ratings.
Just for the button bump.
For the button
Just for the button bump on a Friday.
Yeah. I'm going
Awful
with
and terrible are pretty much the same thing.
Pretty much the same. Yeah.
But I think
I'm
they're
gonna go
worse
with-
than careless. I think they're worse than careless.
I think they're worse than careless.
Yeah.
I'm going with terrible.
Yeah.
I'll
Take off
because I think
we'll
that's
cover
what
all
it's
our
been.
bases.
What do you think happens tonight then?
I don't know. You gotta roll the dice.
Yeah.
Go
Again.
find Reed and steal his D100. Like, and there's 100 different things, and if you roll 69, the world ends. Like, that's where we're at right now. Like, just no idea what's going to happen.
I think part of me is like, I think they're going to win a close one. But I also, if they get blown out 6-1, I'll be like, oh, I saw that coming. So I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. This is, what the start feels like? It's like punishment for having two almost Stanley Cup runs.
Yeah.
Right? Like two awesome springs, teams finding ways to get it done until the games that matter the most. And then this is now your the brunt end of the bundle. Like it's tough.
I keep
It's the brunt end
asking
of all this.
myself, is this worse than the last 2 years?
Yeah. It's longer. It's dragged on longer. Hasn't it?
It's close to dragging on longer. Actually,
Or is it the play?
no, it's dragged
May
on
not.
longer
It may
than
just
last
feel
year.
like it's
2 years
longer.
ago, it was the full fire the coach and stuff. But
Yeah.
I think this start this year, they're worse defensively than they were last year in the slow start too. And to be honest, they're worse offensively as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they'll short it out. Hey, I wanted to ask you guys this. You're Gavin McKenna right now. The bottom 5 teams in the National Hockey League are
Stop it.
Calgary, Buffalo, Nashville, who could be sellers and make a big package deal for Saros and Stamkos. Take a run at it. I know Stamkos doesn't play D, but they also need help scoring. That last night, that Tomaszek goal was their first bottom 6 goal of the month.
Very talented goal, too.
It's November 20th. That was nice. Off his skate,
Off
up
his
to his
skate
stick.
up to stick. That was really highly skilled.
Yeah. Anyway, Calgary, Buffalo, Nashville, St. Louis, Vancouver. You know who's actually 6th last in the league right now? Toronto.
Really?
So Calgary, Vancouver, and Toronto are all in the bottom 6. But if you're Gavin McKenna, Gager, which one of these markets do you want to go to? Calgary, Buffalo, Nashville, St. Louis, or Vancouver?
Calgary, Buffalo. I mean,
I got mine too. I know where I'm going.
I would say Nashville first, obviously, just because it's kind of cool. But I think, to me, I think Calgary would be fun. it's a new rink coming in. You're completely rebuilding around him, right? At this point, and he gets to become the savior. Whole legacy there. And I'm kind of partial to have a big reignite the Battle of Alberta.
Young, early career McKenna, mid to late career McDavid.
At the end of his career, Connor McDavid, yeah.
Yeah. What do you got, Cass?
If I was McKenna and I was looking at this, I'd be wanting Vancouver.
Okay.
Or I'd be wanting Nashville.
So you're looking at cities?
I'm looking at, cities, markets, where can I do the most sponsorship wise? Where is the team built, like, for me to have success? Because if I look at, now Nashville, some aging pieces there, but it's Nashville. So I'd kind of be like, okay, it's Nashville. Like, it's an opportunity there to be a big part of that market. But where I said Vancouver first is I'm looking at that and I'm going, okay, we got Quinn Hughes here already. Right? Like Quinn Hughes is here. If I come in and we could be a massive 1-2 punch, like, what is Vancouver missing? Now they have Pettersson, obviously hasn't lived up to what Vancouverites have hoped he would be, and hasn't found a way to have success in the playoffs. So what they're missing is star power offensive guy to be the guy, because Pettersson thus far has not been the guy, right? You have a defensive guy in Hughes. You don't have the offensive guy. And so I'm looking at that going, like, huge major market, great place to live in Vancouver, and opportunity to win much faster than some of the other places on that list. Like, I think you win faster than St. Louis. I think yeah. So I probably am looking Vancouver first and Nashville second. And maybe the Nashville part is just because it's Nashville and Nashville's awesome. And so I'm just like, I kind of be thinking Nashville, but that's me.
A couple of comments in the chat. Max Pazuzu says Vancouver has Kitsilano Beach. 83 Runner says, well, Calgary's getting a new arena. And Amishmed 19 says Edmonton had a secret beach. So there's that. Nice when it popped up. I have one hired or fired for today, and only one. Trent Frederick will score more than 5 goals this season. Hired or fired? He's at 1.
I'm going to fire it.
You don't think he gets 6 goals?
No, but I think he'll be... I think he's Connor Brown 2.0. I think he finds it by March.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Cass, hired or fired? Frederick scores 5 goals or more than 5 goals this year.
More.
So you're gonna hire it.
I think I'm gonna hire it. I think he gets 6 and that's it. He goes just enough to squeak by.
So what's that? 300,000 a goal? What is that?
No, it's more than 300,000. If he only gets 6 goals, it's over $500,000 a goal.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You
What does he make?
getting $500,000 a goal? He's over 3. He's like 3.25 or whatever. So yeah, it's like, it'd be about $505,000 a goal.
Those are expensive goals.
They better be important ones. They better be your game winners. All right, just a couple of things. Of course, Two Guys A Goalie brought to you by GS Construction, and Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you by Play Alberta. We've got a ton of parlays sitting for you on the EST specials page over at Play Alberta. Jay has his good vibes play of the day. Oilers to win and Hyman with a point, plus 220. I like that. The grandest, like the DJ and Dan put together a number that's up to 25-1. Avs to win. Jackets and Maple Leafs both to score 2 goals. Bedard with a goal. Woody Marks, 77+ rushing and receiving yards. And then Shakir with a touchdown tonight at plus 2,500. And then we've got the Avalanche to win by 2. They put the Atlanta Hawks in this one. I'm going to have to correct that one. And then the Philadelphia Flyers at 7-1. Maybe it's a sign, though. Maybe I just leave the Atlanta Hawks in there. Okay, what's the prediction for tonight, boys?
Tampa Bay wins this game 6-1.
I was going to say 5-1 Tampa. That's where I'm at right now.
That's 6th is an empty netter.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, man.
With the goal
I'm beat up right now, guys.
So you on post game tonight?
No, not tonight. But I probably will have to get on. I will probably have to get on if that happens. Like, I will tell Tommy, like, I'm coming in and I'm coming in hot. Or I'll just be like some guy that was in the chat last night named Belezzi, Belezi 7 that was in the chat. That was just it was just
I think we should all
tripping
sit
me.
here for post game.
Just and most of us will be
Everybody.
here. But it's sitting behind Tommy.
Everybody.
It's a support group.
Yeah, basically.
And if they win, there's got to be a bottle of champagne kicking around the office somewhere.
yeah.
We can dive into that. What's coming up on EST afternoons here? What do we got? Coob? You know what's happening?
Yes, I do. Yeah, the boys are gonna get into the highlights and lowlights.
I can't wait for you to break down that fourth
Yes.
goal, Gager.
Yeah, no,
That'd be good.
it's going to be exciting. And then Eduardo Encina, from the Tampa Bay Times will join to preview the Lightning side of things. And we also got Gager's Red Light District coming up.
It'll be. I got something planned. It's a little bit different, but
Okay.
hopefully it soothes the palate, the hockey palate, before tonight's game.
So a positive thing.
Yeah, a fun
Well, that's
little,
nice.
a fun little thing to do.
Oh, well, this sounds very exciting.
Yeah.
Well, what time's that going to be at?
I believe 1:40.
1:40 today. All right, you might as well stick around for the whole show. It's going to be a good one. EST Afternoons is on the way. That'll go from 1 until 3. So if you're listening on iHeart, tune in, watching on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. We've got you covered. Setting you up for this hockey game. The Reed Wilkins Show from 3 until 4:30. GCL Diesel pregame show 4:30 to 5:30. And then the Reed Wilkins Show will wrap up from 5:30 to 6. We'll have a little client watch party here. And then after that, we'll be diving into a postgame show tonight. Oh boy, it's going to be an interesting one. Stay tuned, everybody. It should be a lot of fun. Two Guys and Goalies has been brought to you by GS Construction. GS Construction, of course, hiring yesterday, hiring today, hiring tomorrow. They are hiring all the time. For Matt Kassian, Joaquin Gage, I am Dustin Nielson. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll be breaking down that game tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock on The Nielsen Show. Until then, take it easy.